Hi everyone, I'm Needlecraft Annie. This is flosstube number 91, and I'm super sorry. I'm 2 weeks late basically. First of all, I want to thank everyone who checked in with me to see if I was alright, if my family was alright, especially with the floods in Germany. We are all alright. I'm very sorry I did not answer any of you. I was super busy. You might see the reason why. I'm in a new location. I moved. So I did not say anything in my last video because I was sure to get at least one more video in. But that would have been on the Monday after my last video, and the Sunday, so the day before I was supposed to do my video, I got my second shot of the corona vaccine, the COVID vaccine. And I basically had all the side effects you could get. I did not feel good. I got the vaccination Sunday morning, and Sunday evening I started to get a headache. My stomach wasn't feeling super good. And I decided to just go to sleep. That was basically the plan with doing the appointment Sunday morning. Just go to sleep through the side effects, and Monday morning everything's fine, and I can do my video, go to work, stuff like that. Yeah, I was not able to fall asleep because as soon as I lay in bed, I got a fever, and yeah, it got worse and worse and worse. And Monday morning, I did not wake up because I was awake the whole night. I did not feel good still. So I did not go to work, and I did not do my video. I just lay in bed all day and doing nothing and just hoping the day goes by without me getting worse. As I said, my head hurt like crazy. My stomach did. I'm not sure if the stomach ache was just another side effect or if my head hurt so much that actually my stomach started to act out. So yeah, it was not good. But I'm now vaccinated. Yesterday the 2 weeks were over, so I'm now mostly safe. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm really happy about that. And to have that, I happily accept the side effects of the vaccination. So yeah, that's that. And then as I said, I moved. And I thought those 2 to 3 hours should go well. I should be able to do the video anyways. Yeah. I totally underestimated how much time I need to actually pack all my things in boxes, to clean the old apartment, to move over here. I did it with a company, with a moving company, although I only moved around 700 meters further down the road. Still, I moved with a company, so it was super easy for me. So yeah, I was kind of happy about that, and I did it in like 5 hours. So that was pretty nice. But then I had to, re-clean the new house and re-clean all the furniture I brought with me because it was in the truck of the moving company, so that's not the cleanest. So I just cleaned everything once again, and then I had to unpack all my boxes. I'm not yet done because I did not take all my furniture with me. I want to have some new ones, and I have not decided what I want, and so I have not bought anything, and therefore I can't unpack all my boxes yet. So it's kind of still a mess, but my stitchy room is completely done. I packed everything away. I'm not completely satisfied with how I arranged everything, so I might rearrange that. But for the moment, my stitchy stuff is done. So this is actually my stitchy spot. Over here is my floss and everything. So yeah, I think that's okay, and that this room is the first one to be done. I moved on Thursday, so I had a few days already in the new house to get settled in. So I really hope this week I can actually start stitching again. After I did my last video, I did 1 more week of stitching. Then I did 1 week where I at least stitched on my daily piece. And then I did not stitch anymore. So yeah, not a whole lot of stitching. And I really hope this week is kind of the turning point and I'm more or less settled in and I can actually start stitching again. Starting work on Wednesday, so I have 2 days. Today I have a few chores to do and an appointment and stuff, but tomorrow I kind of planned to take the whole day just for me and my stitching. So we'll see how that goes. I will tell you next week. But now let's move to stitching. We're already 6 minutes in and I basically have not shown you anything. So, as I said, it's been 3 weeks. My rotation kind of flew out the window. I'm trying to get or to stay kind of organized and tell you which projects I stitched on for which prompt or anything, or for which part of my rotation. I think I figured it all out, but it might be wrong. So yeah, let's get started. And I guess we should get started with treble stitching like most times. Treble stitching at the moment is the Hello Sunshine cell, and part 2 has been released so far. This is what it will look like when part 2 is done. Part 3 will be released on Wednesday. So I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here, and I think last time was actually just part 1 completed. So this is where I got to. Basically, I took 2 or 3 colors, I think, to basically get some stitching in every part of the part. And then I started with the color key from top to bottom and just stitch through. And so far I have finished 7 of 14 colors, so halfway through. I won't finish that till Wednesday. But yeah, at least I got a little bit done. I stitched this one on 28 count 1/1/4 cross. Needleminder is from Danka Designs. And yeah, it's super cute. I really love it. Yeah, just have to finish it. But yeah, that's basically part 2. There's not a whole lot else. I started a lot of things already. So yeah, bring it a little bit closer. This is my Hello Sunshine cell. As I said, I have to catch up because on Wednesday part 3 will be released. No idea where we'll go next, so I kind of get surprised or will get surprised by that, and that's fine. Yeah, okay. Next, let's move to challenges. So last time we spoke, I was stitching on the 4 Cabbage Fanatics Facebook group, the Tour de France challenge. Basically, you stitch while the Tour de France runs, and every day you stitch the number of stitches as they do kilometers on their bikes. So if they do 199 kilometers on their bike, you're stitching 199 stitches. Last time we talked, I have finished the first week. I have continued stitching the second week, and the third week I did not stitch on it at all, so I did not complete the challenge. Overall, if I would have completed the challenge, I would have done 3,418 stitches, and I think I'm missing about 800 of those. So I'm kind of happy with what I did. Progress is progress, and I'm really happy that I got progress on this piece. So the piece I used was Mini Cinderella by Artwork by Alexander Draw and charted by Heaven of Designs. That's what it's going to look like when it's done, and I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. So this is where I got to. So what I did since you saw it last, I basically completed that part in between the 12 and the 1, and then started over here until down there, and that's it. So this is stitched on 28 count light blue even weave 1/1/4 crosses, needleminders from Danka Designs, and the color I'm presently stitching with is charted as Krennic number 4 braid, color the 032, and I decided to go with the Krennic blending filament in the color 032 and 1 strand of DMC, so I don't have to stitch as much with Krennic. I'm not sure if the blending filament was the better idea, but I do like it. It's not as sparkly as the number 4 braid, but it's still sparkly, and therefore I kind of like it. So this is where I got to, which means I have a little bit less than 2,000 stitches of Krennic left, I think. So that's nice. I started with, I think, about 4,000. So yeah, I like that. And yeah, I think I'm now at 33% or something like that. So 1/3 is already done. That's nice, because if I finish a full coverage piece this year, it will be this one. So it's nice to make progress on it, even if I did not make as much progress as I had hoped for. Yeah, this is Mini Cinderella. Yeah, can't wait to get back to this one and continue on the Krennic, and hopefully soonish finish all the Krennic, because it's kind of annoying. And I want to have it done so I can move to all the other colors. So that's that one. Next challenge. I totally forgot, like I always do, that WIPGO weekend was coming up. WIPGO is a bingo board for all your projects. So basically 25 squares. I only had 20 projects at the beginning of the year, but my full coverage fancy ladies are on there twice. And WIPGO weekend, or every month, 2 projects get hauled, and you're supposed to stitch on those projects. WIPGO weekend means you set yourself a goal for those 2 projects that got called that month and try to finish that. I kind of got lucky because, as I said, I totally forgot WIPGO weekend, and I got lucky because one of the projects called this month I have already finished, I think, in April. It was Lilac Fairy by Vavaco. So if you go back to April, I actually finished that project. It was a finishing goal for this year, and I did, so I could cross it off my WIPGO board already, and I did not need to stitch on it for WIPGO weekend because, as I said, it's done. The second one was Tiger Chilling Out by Dimensions, so that's what that's going to look like when it's done. And for WIPGO weekend, I always do 300 stitches on my projects. So I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So 300 stitches is pretty nice. As you might be able to see, his eye is coming along. I did a little bit more on the outside of his face, and I did a little bit more down here in the water to give that one a little bit more dimension. This year, I want to finish, or my goal for this year is to finish this quarter. And basically that means just finishing off his face. With all the back stitching, his whiskers are couched, so I have to learn that. But I'm getting kind of close to actually finishing my goal, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, it's kind of complicated to stitch on this one because it's stitched on an 18 count black Aida. The tiger is completely stitched 2 over 1 full crosses, and the water is stitched in half stitches with 1, 2, or 3 strands. So, yeah. And as you can see down in the water, this is the same color, both of those. Yeah, you can see a difference in here, but they're both the same color. One is stitched with 1 strand, and the other is stitched with 3 strands of floss. So that's why you can see a difference, and I think that's kind of cool. So, yeah, 300 stitches for WIPGO weekend on my tiger, and I'm getting closer and closer to finishing my goal. Oh, and I forgot, needleminder is from Denka Designs. Yeah, that's my tiger. And I think that's all my challenges. So now we move to my rotation. During the week, I actually stitched. So my rotation consists out of a daily piece, 1 full coverage piece that does not have to be a fancy lady, but sometimes is, 1 full coverage fancy lady, 1 non-full coverage piece that does not have to be a fancy lady, but sometimes is, and 1 non-full coverage fancy lady. So 5 projects every week. And 3 weeks ago, my daily piece was Story Keep the Frog Prince. It's the artwork is by Melanie Dellen, charted by Having Enough Designs. That's what it's going to look like when it's done, and I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So basically I did complete my goal of 100 stitches every day and continued in this diagonal. So basically did stitch all of that. This one is stitched on a 32 count light blue linen, and I'm stitching 2 over 110 stitch needleminders from Denka Designs. And yeah, I bring it a little bit closer because it's super fun. I have started with the fuzzy part of her hair. It's not yet her hair, so it's not completely black yet, but it's the fuzzy part. Where did I put? Oh, okay. It's the fuzzy part, so that's pretty amazing. So now stitching on this one next time, I will have to finish that diagonal with kind of boring background, but then I can start up here, where I will get into her crown. As you see, that's part of her crown. And then here's her hair. So that's super amazing. I finally get to the fun part. I'm finally done with all of that background. So, and I'm already at, I think, 12% done. So it's way past time that I finally get to the amazing part. So yeah, that's Story Keep the Frog Prince. You will see that once again for my plants. So yeah, that's that one. Okay. New location, so new setup. I'm not sitting on the floor anymore. Instead of my stitchy chair. So I kind of had to figure out how I do my videos. So yeah, we will see if next week will be the same or if I change anything. Okay, then 3 weeks ago, my full coverage piece of the week was Colorado Mountains by Golden Kate. That's what it's going to look like when it's done, and I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. And if I remember correctly, I'm actually not completely sure, but if I could remember correctly, I had started this column from bottom to top last time you saw this, and have now finished this column. So not a whole lot of stitching on this one, but at least I finished the column, and I think one more column and I will have a page finish. So this is the whole piece. This is stitched on 25 count even weave, and I'm stitching 2 over 110 stitch. Needleminder is from Denka Designs. And with this one, I think I'm at 45% done, so I'm really close to halfway done, which is amazing. Sadly, this is not the one I'm going to finish this year if I finish a full coverage piece, but it's definitely the plan for next year because there's not a whole lot missing. This piece overall is not super big, especially in comparison to some of my others. It only has, I think, 52,000 stitches. That's not a whole lot. So I think I can finish this one next year, which will be amazing. So that's that one. I bring the column I stitched on a little bit closer. So yeah, that's that one. It's amazing. I really love the detail. It has a bit more than, I think it has a bit more than the 90 colors hats normally have, because there are a few blended colors in there as well. For a Golden Kite, not a whole lot. I think only about 10 blended colors, so that's not a whole lot for a Golden Kite. I have another Golden Kite that drives me crazy with blended colors because it's basically 2 pages only blended colors, and overall 200 colors or something. But this one is kind of good for Golden Kite, so I'm happy stitching on this one every time, and I think I have 1,000 stitches left to finish my year and goal or something like that. So yeah, getting close on this one. Can't wait to stitch on it again, like I do with basically all of my projects. Okay, full coverage Fancy Lady was Dragonmancer by Having Enough Designs. The artwork is by Anne Stokes. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And presently I'm up here in black background. So I showed a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to, and this is super washed out. The colors of this one are super washed out. I'm sorry about that. It's a little bit better like this. I'm actually not sure what I did. I know I worked on this page and probably started down here. On this part of the page, taking the colors missing and stitching those in. But what exactly I did, I'm not sure. This one is stitched on a 32 count Zweigert linen, and I'm stitching 2 over 110 stitch. And I'm getting kind of close to finishing the page. I think the page ends around here and here. So not a whole lot missing, but still no page finish. But again, this one will be in my plans as well for this week. So you're going to see that in a second, once again. I kind of don't want to pack it away because I really love this piece, but yeah, I think you saw enough, especially because I can't show you what I did. So I probably did not do a whole lot. So yeah, I'm going to pack it away now. Okay, it gets complicated over here. Let's see. Okay, let's move to my non-full coverage pieces from 3 weeks ago. And first one is my normal non-full coverage piece, and that was the Twisted Band Sampler by Northern Expressions Needlework. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And last time you saw it, I was stitching in this band over here. So I'll show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. I have finished band number 9. So that's super amazing. And I had a tiny bit of thread left on my needle, so I started band 10 with some satin stitches. So that's pretty nice, and I will continue with that next time I bring this one out. So this one is stitched on a 32 count white opalescent linen, and I'm stitching basically 1 over 2, so the cross is just 1 over 2. Everything else also with 1 strand, except for those satin stitches, because they are called for with a 2-stranded stitch, and I think they are the only stitches in the whole piece where 2 strands are called for. The needleminder is from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and I bring it a little bit closer. So this is band number 9, and up here started of my 7 stitches. So really happy with this one. It's getting along. I have now finished the first 2 pages. Overall there are 8 pages, with page 7 and 8 only being around that tall. And pages 1 and 2 are now completely done. And I think page 3 is very close to being done, as it's on the diagonal. Yeah. So really happy, and now only 3 more bands missing until I finish my year and goal. So yeah, looking forward to that. This one is also my backup travel stitching. If I finish the Hello Sunshine cell before the next part comes out, which this month is not happening, this one comes with me as my travel stitching, and therefore gets a little bit more progress than some of my others, because, yeah, travel stitching. Okay, then the non-full coverage Fancy Lady for 3 weeks ago was Cinderella Rex Ridges by Joanna Elliott. So basically, this pattern consists out of 2 separate patterns, Cinderella and Rags and Cinderella and Ridges, but you can combine them, and that's how I stitched them. So I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So really happy with this one. I think I did a lot more in her skin over here, not completely finished the skin. There are a few stitches missing in her hand. I think I did stitch a little bit more down here. I started with the lilac part of her dress. I think I finished the bodice of her dress over here and did a little bit more in the broom over there. So great progress on her. She stitched on 28 count casual linen by Picture This Plus in the colorway Fog, and I'm stitching 2 over 2 full crosses. Needleminder is from Denker Designs, and yeah, she is beautiful. And again, she will come out for next week once again, so I'm really happy about that as well. Yeah, there she is. She is beautiful. She really is, and I really do love her. But yeah, that's that. Okay. And I just remembered something, so I have to think about that while continuing with my video. Okay. Next, we move into the next week. And as I said, I basically did not stitch anymore during that week, except for my daily piece. And the daily piece during that week was Royal Games number 2 by Mirabilia. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So I'm super far along and also pretty close to finishing my year-end goal. So my year-end goal on this one is to finish the Queen of Diamonds. And to finish her, I have to do the beads in here. You can see all those empty spaces are going to be beads. And I have to finish her sleeve, which is more or less done. I think I have 2 colors missing to finish her sleeve, and then she will be done. I cannot continue the backstitch or the borders of the card over here, because for that I have to start the next queen over here. There is, from the next queen, that part basically has to be finished before I can continue backstitching over there, so I will do that maybe next year. But yeah, she is beautiful, she's sparkly, she looks amazing. She's stitched on a 32 count white upper last and linen. I'm stitching 2/2 cross. Needleminder is from Denka Designs, and I'm just so happy with her. Yeah, can't wait to actually finish her. She looks amazing. So super close to finishing my year goal. I think the Sunday of her week I did not actually stitch on her, so there's one day even missing, but yeah, she's beautiful. Okay, that's that, and that's basically everything I stitched on. Now to the complicated part, because next week, or this week, on Sunday, Arbitrary August is going to start. For Arbitrary August, I'm always going arbitrary, so random. Every day I'm choosing a random project with, I think this year I'm going to take a bowl and just pull pieces of paper, which project I'm going to stitch on that day. And normally, before I do my Arbitrary August, I always do a whip parade video. And I totally forgot about that this year, because I kind of was busy with other things. So I'm not sure. Today I probably won't have the time to actually film a whip parade. And I normally like to do the whip parade and directly after an update video, so you don't get spoiled when you watch the whip parade, what I will show you in the next update video, if you know what I mean. So I'm presently not sure what I'm going to do, because I could film an update video next Sunday for my rotation, then do the whip parade, and then start stitching for Sunday. That might be an idea. I think that might be an idea, especially because during Arbitrary August, I think I'm going to vlog once again. So checking in every day, doing a short video of what I did the day before and showing you the next project for that day. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I have decided, I think. So now let's move for my plans for this week. I'm going to continue with my normal rotation, but only through until Saturday, because as I just said, with a lot of words, on Sunday, Arbitrary August is going to start. and then I have different plans. So, this week, my daily piece, once again, I choose it randomly, I swear, will be Sleepy Hollow by Gwen Place. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I show you where that presently is at. So, here we go. This is my Sleepy Hollow. It's stitched on a 28 count casual linen by Pictureless Plus in the colorway Haunted. I'm stitching 2/2 full crosses. And yeah, this is where I'm at. And I think I want to do one length of moon and one length of thread somewhere else. Probably going to first finish the pumpkin and then move into the border, something like that. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Needleminder is from Denker Designs. I forgot that. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. One length of thread in the moon and one length of thread for something else. Yeah, I think I have decided. That's gonna be the plan. Yeah, this one is beautiful. I want to finish this year. I want to finish the first row of pages. So I actually cut in through here, so I have a lot to do still left. But I'm making progress, and that's all that counts. So this is Sleepy Hollow, and I'm actually going to start with that one today as my daily piece. So really looking forward to that. I really love this piece. I said it a few times already, but yeah, this one is amazing. So that's that. Then my full coverage piece for the week is Dragon Dancer, which you already saw today. So that's that one. I show it once again. Here we go. And as I said before, I'm going to continue from the left side of the page, moving to the right and hopefully finishing the page, but I'm still not really believing in that. But yeah, that's going to be the plan, moving from left to right, hopefully finishing the page. Okay. Sorry, I have to roll that up. I have a little bit less space over here where I film my videos now, so I have to tidy everything up even more than I did before. My full coverage fancy lady for the week will be Story Keep the Frog Prince, which you already saw before. So I'm going to show you very briefly once again. So, sorry. Here we go. As I said before, going to continue the diagonal. I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish the diagonal. Not sure if I'm going to start the next one. It would be nice to actually start the next one, maybe with 400 stitches or something, because then I get close to the crown. So next time I then stitch on it, I can actually start with the fun part. But yeah, we'll see about that. I'm for sure going to finish that diagonal. And the rest we're going to see. Okay. So, non-full coverage pieces. My normal non-full coverage piece for the week will be Cinderella Rags to Riches over here. And I'm going to continue like I always do, stitching the color or going from top to bottom, the color or the first symbol that's missing. I'm going to do one length of thread and then going to the next color. So we'll see how much I can get done on this one. Okay, putting this one over here. And yeah, that's the cover picture once again. But, yeah. You saw that before as well. And the last piece for the week is my non-full coverage fancy lady, which this week will be Raven Queen by Mirabilia. That's what she's going to look like when she's done. She's amazing. And I show you where I'm at with her. So that's my beautiful Raven Queen. And I think last time I finished basically everything over here. So maybe I do a little bit more on her dress so she does not look that strange anymore. Just do the outline over here. And then I think I will move over here into the next building, into that tower over here. That needs stitching. So I might do that, move over there, and if I have a lot of time on my hands, which I kind of don't, I might do a little bit more in the border over here. But yeah, this is my Raven Queen, and I bring it a little bit closer, especially the part of her face and neck area, because that looks amazing and is so sparkly and beautiful. Yeah, really love that. Yeah, that's that, and that's everything. I have no idea how long this video is, probably way too long. But we're caught up again. Again, I'm really sorry for not answering anyone who asked how I am. And yeah, all of that. I'm really sorry about that. I did not have the time for anything. I super underestimated how much time and effort a move takes. Last time I moved out of a very small room, basically. And I had only a few boxes. And the 5 weeks prior, I already, with the help of my parents, already moved the majority of my stuff to the new apartment. So yeah, my last move was super chill. And I kind of thought this one would be similar. I started kind of early, but I just have accumulated so much stuff in the 5.5 years I was in my last apartment. It was a lot to do. And with the new house, I had to be here a few times for large amounts of time, sometimes from 8 to 2 p.m., stuff like that, because somebody was coming over to check something or something, and they give you those big time frames, and my house was empty to that point, and I was just being there and waiting, cleaning. But yeah, now I'm completely here, so that's better. Yeah, I like that, and I'm really happy with where I'm at right now. I think I like it pretty much. So yeah, it's still a lot to do, no question, but yeah, I like it so far. So yeah, again, I'm sorry for not answering. I really mean it. I always felt bad, but I couldn't. There was not the time, because I know you spend a lot of time writing those comments to me, and I want to give you the same amount of attention and effort to answering. So yeah, that normally takes some time, and therefore again, I'm sorry. I try to be better. While I edit this video, I will answer everyone. But yeah, again, I'm sorry I'm answering so late. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I should be back in a week, or basically in less than a week, because I plan to be back on Sunday. And yeah, so I'll see you then. Oh, and by the way, if the sound of the video is kind of strange, because there's kind of an echo, please tell me. There's not a whole lot yet in the house, as I said. And presently I have the door open to the room I'm filming in. So please tell me if I have to close the door, because there's an echo on the video. So yeah, that's something I wanted to tell. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, if you made it through to the end. And I will see you the end of the week. Bye!